So what if you only live once? Hear people saying that all the time. All the teenagers, college age students, young people, everybody all over the place, t-shirts. It's even on commercials. You only live once. YOLO. So what if you only live once? Well, the question there is it's actually a horrible question, because the truth is that you don't just live once. You have two lives. One is a physical life and one is a spiritual life. And that's because you were created in the image of God, and we talked about that out of Genesis chapter 1. And so in this world, you actually can live twice, which to me is way cooler than just living once. And because if you only live once, if you only have physical life, and that's all you ever seek is life on this side of heaven, if that's the only thing that ever matters to you is what you do every second of your day on this side of heaven, then you're not going to ever encounter spiritual life. And that's what we were created for. We were created to have a physical life, and in that physical life, we were created to encounter Jesus through His creation, so that we would then have spiritual life. And after physical death, we would continue on in spiritual life with Jesus and our Creator in heaven. But if your motto, if your lifestyle, if everything that is in you says that you only live once, just know that when you physically die, you're gonna die again. That there's two deaths that come with only living once. And the second one is really hot. It's just not where you want to go. So what if you thought that you only lived once, but you just found out that you actually have an opportunity to live twice? Right now your mind's probably blown. And let me just tell you that the second life comes with Christ. And it was the life you were intended to have in the very beginning. And that life is the life that you have, the life that Jesus provides to you is the ability to be in communion with your Lord, to be in a good relationship with God, to be in a good relationship with Jesus. And when that happens, then you get to live twice. You don't just have to only live once. You don't have to waste your life living once, when you can save your life by seeking to live twice. And that is found in Jesus. And the word says in the book of Romans in verse 10, in chapter 10, it says that if you believe that Christ is Lord, if you believe in your heart that He is the Son of God, and that He died and that He rose from the grave and that He died for your sin, and that if you believe that in your heart and if you confess that with your mouth, that you will be saved. That's only the first step, but you will be saved, and then you will have eternal life. And now you're alive twice. So what if you only lived once? In my opinion, that'd be super boring. You'd miss out on the whole ride, because what happens in this life, the most beautiful things about this life happen when the physical life is over and when the spiritual life begins. So just live every second you have for what's next and not for what's now. So what if you only lived once?